Good day, family out there. Thanks for joining. It's nice to see a few people. I've had to give some words of encouragement to join us in the chat. It's new for a lot of you, so thank you for trying. And welcome, Madeline. Not sure who GBSAGA is. Maybe you could tell me your name. And welcome to you. Welcome, Carol. Welcome, Janet. Nice to see all of you out there. And anyone else who may be hopping on, please do say hello in the chat once you make it there. I know that Tanya is wrestling with it right now. She messaged me. So hopefully you make it on, Tanya. Anyway, I know that you're here with me, so that's most important. How is everyone doing today? I'm wondering, what's the energy like for you? If you feel comfortable sharing a word or a thought or an idea. I'm curious to see what's going on. I've spoken to some of you, so I do know what's going on with you guys, but I would just love to know, like, how are you really feeling about all of this stuff that's going on? And I know that's a big can of worms, but if any of you do feel like sharing, please do. That's what this is about. I would like to hold the space for the community to feel comfortable sharing, to feel comfortable coming to this space and drawing from it, drawing whatever you need from it. So if you do feel like sharing, please do. I wanted to start with I guess it would be a poem of sorts. Your mind is a garden. Your thoughts are the seeds. Your harvest can either be flowers or weeds. So I wanted to start with that to set the tone for today's meditation. Your mind is a garden. Your thoughts are the seeds. Your harvest can either be flowers or weeds. 10 points to anyone who knows who said that. Oh, that's nice, Madeline. Beautiful. Yes, loving the slower pace. Yeah, and drinking that in, right? The snow is just so beautiful out there. Everything's all cupcaked, and there's a certain sense of warmth and coziness, right, that comes along with the heaviness of the snow. So I don't know if everyone's watching from the northern part of Ontario, but we certainly have received a lot of snow, and I'm appreciating its beauty right now, even though I'm not the biggest winter person. So yeah, that poem or quote is very pertinent, I think, for all times, but especially these times right now that we are in, these challenges that we're all facing and dealing with. Because we truly are all emotional beings. I mean, we're humans. We have desires, we have wants, we have needs, we have expectations. Like it or lump it, it's part of being human, right? But also a big part of our humanity is our ability, and it sits there waiting for us, our ability to be able to control our thoughts and to control how we react or not, or respond to what is placed in front of us, what comes into our path. And this ability, when cultivated, assists us in becoming a sort of charioteer, I like to say, often. And this is taken from centuries old books and ideas and thoughts from the ancient yogis, and from the Buddhist traditions. The charioteer. So we are the charioteer. We are driving the chariot, right? So that wild horse that is our mind, or wild elephant, as it's also known as. Have you ever sat and just witnessed your own thoughts? It's a pretty crazy, freaky thing to do. It's one of the reasons people don't want to be in a room by themselves in the quiet, and why a lot of people fear that. Because our thoughts, we often identify with them. And the truth is that we are not our thoughts. It's an interesting idea if it's new. The idea that the thoughts are there. Thoughts could be coming from anywhere. We could be drawing them in from someone else. They could be coming from the ether. They could be coming from memories. They could be coming from dreams. They could be coming from anywhere, right? So when we attach ourselves to the thoughts, that's when the problems arise. So the daily battle with identifying with our emotions isn't surprising, right? As the emotional part of our brain is evolved long before the thinking part. So the emotional part of our brain, it's been there a long, long, long time. And that is what allowed us to survive all these thousands of years, right? Millennia. Our emotions drive us. So we need them, right? It's part of being human. However, the ability that we have to control them is also something that other mammals don't have. So cultivating that through meditation, through awareness, through consciousness is the key, or a key to building a happier life, a life where we can rise above whatever it is that we're feeling and still enjoy the moment, still enjoy our experience, and allow that natural thread of joy that is always there within us the surface, so that we can live in that space rather than the emotional space. Complete honesty with ourselves means we must create space for slowing down the mind. And that's what you're talking about, Madeline, right? So whether it's going for a walk in nature or sitting at home in traditional meditation, or Tai Chi, walking on the beach, whatever it is that works for you and that you are willing to do as a regular practice. And that's the key. Because if you do it once and you say, oh, I didn't feel good, I guess that didn't work, then, you're letting go. You're giving up way too soon. So it's the kind of thing you must practice. And those of you who have been yoga students for a while now, you know this very well on a visceral level, right? When you practice yoga daily or a few times a week, how different do you feel compared to when you don't? And if you practice yoga once, yes, you do receive some benefits. You feel pretty good. You feel a little more limber. You maybe feel a little more calm. But when you practice it regularly, that is when you see the real fruits of all your efforts. And everyone around you as well. You probably see your friends saying to you, something seems different about you, or your husband or your wife, or whoever it is, right? Whoever is around you on a regular basis, they usually will say, yeah, I kind of like you a little more when you do yoga. I like you a little more when you do this regular practice. So although we're doing it for ourselves and for our own benefit, we're also doing it for everyone around us. And when we raise our own vibration, when we raise our own frequency, the frequency of everyone around us also can be raised. So one of the ways that we can do this is what we're doing today, a brief meditation. We can also practice this on a regular, even more regular basis. And what I practice is Vipassana meditation. every morning for an hour, and every evening whenever possible. Lately, it has been possible, thankfully. And this type of meditation is an insight meditation that allows you to see things as they really are through the vehicle of the body. And so I give you little tastes of this in my yoga classes and now through this practice. And I will put that in the show notes. So if you want to come back to this video later, any of the stuff that I've spoken about, I'll put in the show notes below. And I'll also use this opportunity to suggest that you subscribe to the channel so that you receive all of the updates for all of this cool stuff that we're doing now. So back to our thoughts and our reactivities. When we react instantly to situations on a purely emotional level, we're seeing through the Kleshas, which is a yogic term, the veils of perception. So we're seeing through these veils and we're reacting to those veils rather than to the situation as it is. We're reacting from a place of fear or miscommunication or misunderstanding. Expert meditators are able to slow down that response to stimuli and enter into the more primitive aspect of our brain and create a fraction more time, not create, but it arises. This fraction of time arises so that we don't react blindly to the situation. Once we know on a visceral level that we are not our thoughts, every moment, every discussion, every argument, every moment in time becomes a fork in the road. I can say this, I can do this, or I can say that, and I can do that. So that fraction of a second that allows you to either react or respond to very different things, right, is super key in our relationships and our responses in how we deal with things in our life. We can either react compulsively, which is our ego, of course, and the ego is not a terrible thing. I know it's spoken about as a bad thing, but we do need to tame it. We do need to become that charioteer of the ego, or slow down and respond with the essence of who we are on a deeper level, that divine essence of who we really are, our divine nature. So we can access that inner light, that inner divinity, and pull out the real response. What would we say if we could press pause in that argument, or press pause in that moment of reactivity where we're triggered about something? What if we could press pause and think about it for 10 minutes? What would we say then, right? And so as we work on ourselves in this way, as we meditate regularly, do yoga regularly, whatever that practice is that you have chosen, you're better able to slow down that process. We gain tremendous insight, which leads to our personal transformation and upward growth, that vertical growth, and ultimately a deep sense of clarity. Isn't that what we all want and need? Benefiting not only ourselves. You see, it's not a selfish endeavor, right? Everything we do, everyone we meet, gets infused with this higher state of consciousness. Everyone benefits from the spiritual progress that we do. It's a big thing, right? Because sometimes you feel, I'm being selfish, I really shouldn't do this, I should be taking care of so-and-so, I should be cleaning, I should be whatever, I should be this. Especially women, for some reason, we tend to put ourselves last or near last. So putting this first, carving out that time for yourself is so key. So congratulations on doing that today. So let's sit quietly. Taking a deep, full breath as you allow yourself to settle and soften into your seat. Take a deep, full, refreshing breath, gently closing your eyes or gazing downwards. Turning your attention inward to the inner body, to the inner landscape. Let's begin by feeling ourselves in the room. Noticing the sounds, the smells, the temperature. Noticing the weight of the body through the seat bones. See if you can get a sense for your connection to the earth. Noticing that earth energy. For a moment, visualize yourself somewhere on the earth. Your favorite place in nature, perhaps. In a forest, in a jungle, on a beach, on a mountaintop. Anywhere that you feel grounded and connected to the earth. A place where you feel like a true human being. A free human being. As you feel your connection to that earth energy, take a deep breath into that awareness. And with your intention, in your mind's eye, very slowly and gradually draw that earth energy up through the root chakra, all the way up the midline or the central channel, straight up the spine. And as it passes through the spine, visualize a deeper sense of connection to the earth and to your place on the planet. Slowly passing your attention up the spine, all the way up the central channel, all the way up through the neck, through the crown of the head. And now resting your awareness on the crown energy center at the top of your head. Visualizing for a moment in your mind's eye a vibrant light. The divine light of source energy, like a beautiful shower of light pouring in through the crown. Filling you and fueling you, strengthening your connection to your place on the planet. Strengthening your connection to all living beings, all sentient beings, human or non-human, seen or unseen. And as you allow this light to flow through you, Allow it to fill your heart center. Take a deep, full breath into that awareness. Visualize that light pouring out through your hands and bringing your hands together in a cup, as though you're holding something in the center. Place as many people, loved ones, people or animal friends, in the palms of your hands. As you shower them with this light, feel a connectivity to those loved ones and allow them all to feel that same connectivity that you are feeling through the light, through the earth energy. Allowing yourself to sit with that awareness as you hold a sense of gratitude that those people or animals exist at all. A sense of thankfulness for their existence in your life. Breathing into that awareness. Taking one more deep breath as you begin to release your loved ones from that circle of energy, bringing your palms up to continue to receive and emit that beautiful universal light. Bathed in the light of love, gratitude, friendship, community, freedom, taking 3 conscious full breaths right into the navel. As you inhale, expansion into the navel. As you exhale, simply release the breath. Inhaling fully into the navel. Exhale, release. One more time. Bringing your palms together at heart center. Taking a moment to thank yourself for carving out this time. Taking a moment to honor yourself, your own inner light, your own inner guru, your own process. Taking a moment to honor all who are with us, sharing in this experience in our sacred space together. And let's bow to the divine light that shines from each one of us, connecting us as one. Namaste. Keep it with you. And hopefully we will see you again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Thank you for joining me and for helping to keep community alive in a time where it is a huge challenge to maintain our sense of community. Please feel free to share these links with anyone who you feel may benefit. I'm doing this as a free service to the community, and I'm very happy to. Enjoy the rest of this amazing day, this gorgeous, beautiful, wintry day, and I will see you tomorrow. Lots of love. We'll see you soon. Wonderful, wonderful. Take care. We'll see you soon.